Hi, I'm Dave Dinkel with a 2-minute tip, my special series, How to Find Unlimited Motivated Sellers in Just a Few Keystrokes. Warning, this will take more than 2 minutes, but it'll be worth it to you. I'm Dave Dinkel and I mentor and coach students all over the United States. I'm constantly being asked to compare and evaluate various real estate data services. After having reviewed each of these services, I'm proud to be showing you the one that I found to be the most powerful investment tool available to the nationwide real estate community. I know from personal experience that this program will help you find more motivated sellers and close more deals than any other program I've seen. I've been privileged to have the owners of PropStream allow me to give you a 5-day free trial, and they also agreed to a special pricing for anyone signing up today. PropStream has foreclosures, pre-foreclosures, MLS active listings, cash buyers, auction properties, vacant homes, bankruptcies, divorces, heat maps of property activity, and even involuntary liens including tax liens, IRS liens, and HOA liens, to mention just a few of their more popular searches. You'll discover interesting niches that would normally cost you a ton of money to buy lists for, or to have to go to your local courthouse so you can find motivated sellers that other investors can't or don't know how to find. The program also contains a marketing section that creates postcards or letters and sends them directly from PropStream to motivated sellers or cash buyers. It can even retrieve available telephone numbers and email addresses of the homeowners. You can use voicemail drops directly to mobile phones and landlines. The program's email system allows you to send and track your email ads and much more. After this demonstration, you'll be able to get it for a 5-day free trial and at the lowest price available, only $59.95 a month. Now I'm going to turn this over to Burton, who will give you an in-depth review of the features of the program that can literally change your investing career. Burton, you there?
I am here, Dave. Thank you so much. How are you doing today?
Super, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And first off, thank you for the opportunity to allow me to share this amazing product to you and your viewers. So first off, thank you. I can't thank you enough for doing that. So as you can see, what we have in front of us is our application called PropStream. PropStream is entirely web-based. This allows you to log in on multiple devices, whether you're at home, on the road, using a tablet, a smartphone, for example. You will need to use a username, which is an email, and your unique password. The email is important as some of our features will be able to notify you either when new leads appear or if someone were to answer one of your marketing elements and apply information on your landing page. So without further ado, let's kind of jump into it really quick and show you how this whole system works together. PropStream has over 160 million recorded properties. And what we've done is we've given you the ability to siphon through that data. So the first thing you want to do is you want to search an area. So as you can see here, we are looking at Southern California. It has captured that area only because of my IP address. So wherever you are located, when you sign in, it will zoom in on your location. The first step is to type in an area. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and use Las Vegas. Once I type out a city, PropStream will pre-populate the different listing types located above. So what we're seeing here is that in Las Vegas, PropStream has been able to aggregate over 60,000 recorded MLS listings, over 4,000 pre-foreclosures, 900 auctions, 700 foreclosures, over 100,000 cash buyers, 17,000 involuntary liens, 27 recorded vacant properties, and over 100,000 properties that have high equity recorded against them. Also, our system just accessed new data leads. We now have free and clear, once again, bankruptcy, divorce, and non-owner occupied. The idea here is whenever you type in a given area, so in that example, Las Vegas, or if I type in Buffalo, New York, PropStream will once again pre-populate the listing types for you, at which point you can select any category of interest and your results will reflect on the right-hand side. All right, so let's go back to Las Vegas. Now, when our users type in a city, a zip code, our system is going to give them the statistics for that area, and that's located just below the map. Here, we're able to get a visualization of the market, such as the last 30 days price changes, which we see here in Las Vegas has increased by 0.4%, how the rental prices have changed in the last 30 days, our price per square footage in August 17 versus our price this year, and then our average days on market based on property characteristics. What this is showing is pretty much how long a single bedroom property would last on the market. So in this case, 90 days, a 2-bedroom 76, a 3-bedroom 75 days on average. This allows our investors that are using their own mortgage or their own money out of pocket to calculate what potential expenses may occur in the next 2 months and a half before the property is sold on the MLS. Here in our statistics, we're also able to see market trends, how many new listings have shown up in the last 30 days, how many of those have been closed. This can be expanded over 90 days, 6 months, or even a year. Here we have a visualization of pre-foreclosures from last year versus this year, the average monthly rent price based on property characteristics. Then we have our listing trends. How many homes for sale in the last 30 days? We have a decrease. Average listing price, however, has increased. Average listing price per square footage, average days on market. And then we have our list price versus sell price. We also have our sales trends. So how many homes have sold in the last 30 days? Average sold dollar has in this case decreased. Average sold price has increased, and the average days on market has also decreased. And again, with listing trends and sell trends, this can be expanded over a certain time that you require or prefer. This report can be printed out by simply clicking on this printer icon. You'll be given a PDF report that you can utilize to provide to your motivated sellers or motivated buyers. All right, so not only do we have that visualization of Las Vegas, but we also, within our system, have a heat map embedded, and that can be located at the top right of our map. What the heat map does is it breaks it down into 4 categories. So we can actually look at the area utilizing a heat map based on estimated value, value by square footage, lot square footage, or bedroom. So in this case, if I wanted to check out values, if I was, for example, an outside investor, based on our color legend, light blue representing $100,000 or less, red representing $1 million or more in property value, I now can identify areas that are within my pricing range. I can also break down the heat map based on MLS stats, such as square footage, lot size, bedrooms, listing price. My personal favorite of the bunch is price growth, so I can break the area and kind of see the visualization of how the area has grown in the last year. Light blue representing 100% in loss, red representing 100% in growth. So here we can see areas that are going from a green to a yellow, representing there is growth, even yellow to orange, representing that we're getting close to almost doubling our value. And then we have rental values. So this we can break the heat map based on rental prices, see where the $500 rental properties are versus the $5,000 or more rental properties. On our map, we also have the ability to change from road view to satellite view. So if you want to take a closer look via satellite image, you have that option. You can also zoom in and zoom out of the map. So that is available to you. To the lower left, we have our legend. Now our legend pretty much shows you our listing types. So as you're searching different categories, you'll notice that the pins on the maps will change colors. Those colors will be represented here on our legend. So orange, in this case, representing MLS as we selected the MLS box. If I were to select auction, these pins should represent green as those are our auction properties. And last but not least, another feature we have on the map is the draw search feature. This allows our users through several left clicks to create a customized search area. So instead of searching the entire city, we can search for, in this case, potential hotspots in the area and search by that criteria. And so on top of our analytics and all of this information that we throw to you, the idea here is when you type in an area, again, you'll get all the listings pre-populated. You'll have access to the statistics down below, access to our heat map. But what you will also notice is that you have the ability to filter your results. So what makes our system very powerful is not the ability to show you the listing types. Clearly, you can get that from many different sources. But what defines us the most is the ability to filter out your specific criteria across all of the data that we have collected. So here in Las Vegas, let's say we were looking for tax liens. We can go to the More section here, and we're going to work from top to bottom. So we're going to select liens, and we can add some property characteristics. So let's say we were looking for a single family, 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, maybe, 1,000 to 2,000 square footage. We can also specify whether we want that property with the lien to also be listed on the MLS. So down here we can check on market or off market. In this case, I want to perhaps deal with liens that haven't contacted an agent yet. So I'm going to put off market for now. I can also specify whether I want that property not only to have a lien, but to also maybe be listed as a pre-foreclosure and the type of document if that was the case, along with listing dates, default amount, and auction date. In this example, I don't want a property with a lien and a foreclosure, so I'll ignore that. I do want to play with the ownership info. So I would like a property that has a lien where the owner has lived there for a minimum of 5 years. I can also specify, whether I would want a specific sell date recorded on that property, a specific last sell price that was recorded on that property, whether the property is owner occupied or not. And in this case, I'm going to hit yes, trying to avoid any potential owners that are renting out their property. So by selecting yes, they live there, I'm increasing my rate that I'm getting a property that's not being rented out. I can also specify whether I want that owner to be registered out of state or locally, whether the property has also been flagged by the United States Postal Service as vacant, and then whether the owner is corporate or individual. In this case, I want to deal with individuals. We also have the ability to apply the lien details. So in this case, I can specify when the lien was recorded. So if I wanted to do only this year up until today's date, or if I only wanted to look in the years of 2016, this is where this section comes into play. The lien amount, this allows you to specify the lien amount recorded on the property. So for this example, let's use maybe $5,000 minimum. And I also, again, as mentioned, I'm looking for tax liens. So I'm going to only specify that I want tax liens. Down below, I can specify whether it also has a divorce against it or a bankruptcy against it. And then value trend. This allows me to specify an estimated value. So if there's a specific range of property values I'm only looking for, this would be the place. I can also specify if I'm looking for properties with a certain amount of growth. So if I only want tax liens that have a 2% growth over the last year, you can do that. And last but not least, I can play with equity information. So I can type in if I want a specific amount of estimated equity, equity percentage, whether there's a certain amount of mortgage. So if I want someone that has 2 mortgages or 1 mortgage, along with mortgage rate, mortgage term, and mortgage loan type as well. So once I've implemented my specific criteria utilizing all the fields here, I'm going to go ahead and hit apply. And what we just did now is we took the 17,000 liens that were recorded in Las Vegas and narrowed it down to 239 properties that fit my criteria. And that was, once again, 3 bedrooms or more, 2 bathrooms or more, tax lien, with at least 5,000 or more against it. So that is what makes our system very powerful. You have several criteria to utilize. Again, no 2 investors, I believe, have the same criteria, and this is where implementing whatever your angle is comes into play. The idea is to save time. Sure, we could have gone to the county directly and pulled all 17,000 liens. That would have cost us time and money versus a few clicks, and now we only have the 239 that we really want. What also makes our system powerful is that we give you the ability to save your criteria. So let's say I always search for Las Vegas tax liens. So here is a quick example of how we can save your criteria. So we search Las Vegas. We'll go into the more section. We'll apply our criteria. So here I'll just be very general. 3 bedroom, 2 bathrooms, tax liens, and 10,000 or more. So here we've narrowed down our results from 17,000 to 1,500. Now we can save that. So we can hit Save Search, and we can name our search. So I'm going to call this the Las Vegas tax liens. And then I can add some details. So single family, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 10K minimum, tax lien. Now I also have the option to replace any of these existing boxes with my criteria. So if I wanted to, I can replace high equity, or I can even instruct the system to notify me when a new lead appeared. And I can instruct the system to either notify me immediately, daily, or on a weekly basis. So we're going to go ahead and save that template. It's going to ask us if we want to replace our high equity box, and I definitely do. So as you can see here, our template has now been replaced by our Las Vegas liens. What this means now is the next time I sign in, there's no need for me to type in any area. I simply just need to select my box, and my results will instantaneously populate on the right-hand side. So that's, again, a very powerful feature, saving search. Now, once we've narrowed down our searches, what PropStream allows you to do is for every individual result, you will have the ability to analyze and view the property details. So by selecting on the result, you'll get a quick little pop-up showing you the property's characteristics, the lien type, lien date, lien amount, as well as estimated value in the last 5 years, and a quick little snapshot of the property. However, we can give you more details by striking the details button. And here, we throw all of the information that we've been able to aggregate from all of our sources onto one page. So at the top left, we're able to see the map of the property, or the photo of the property characteristics, estimated value, whether the property is on market or off market. In this case, I specified that I didn't want it on the market. Whether the property is distressed or not. In this case, it is, meaning that the property is in pre-foreclosure or foreclosure. If the property has a lien and how much. So we do have the lien recorded amount here. Whether the owner is individual or corporate, whether the property is owner occupied or not owner occupied, and then the property type. We also have your value box here, shows you the estimated value based on our algorithms. The last sell amount, again, the estimated value within the past 5 years and how it's grown. Our comparables, so we have 25 comparables with an average sell price of $325 with an average days on market of 83. Here we can see how comps have increased from November to this year. Then we have our opportunity box. Here it's going to show you the estimated equity, the monthly rent at a local level, the mortgage balance, as well as liens. Down below, again, we break that information up for you. So we have the property details, who the owners are, whether they have a different address or not. So in this case, our owners actually live in Fremont, California. It's good to note. Maybe if we're trying to get an owner, it would be best to contact them there instead of the subject address. Property characteristics, HOA information, site information, assessment information, last sale information. For me, the most important part here is the mortgage information. Here I'm able to see mortgage amount, when the mortgage was recorded, the mortgage rate, the mortgage term, and who the mortgage provider is. And then if I was curious, we also have information on whether they have a second mortgage, and then location information. Right? So that's our first tab, property details. Being that the property is in distress, we have a pre-foreclosure tab here. So when we select that, we're able to see the recording pre-foreclosure details. So we notice that there is a notice of trustee document recorded against it, recorded on June 20th, the unpaid balance, auction information, loan information, and who the trustee is that will be handling the auction. We also have the lien details. Being that this property has a lien recorded against it, we can check out the lien details, when it was recorded, who's issuing the lien, document number, who the debt is held against, and so forth. The next tab we have is comparables. So here we're able to see the 25 recorded comps and view their details. We give you the ability to filter your comps based on property characteristics and distance. So in this case, if I only wanted the 3 bedrooms and 3 bathroom comps, I've now isolated that to give me those results only, taking the 25 down to 13 actual comps that fit my criteria. Also in the comparables and nearby listings, we give you the neighboring records, so you can see your neighboring homes and their records. Another important feature here is the MLS listings. I personally like this, as this will potentially show you comps that have not yet been recorded at the county level. So here we can categorize our MLS listings by active, sold. And so here's, again, this is important for me. Here's a perfect example. There's a comp here that sold on July 13th. This is recorded through our MLS data versus our county recording, where the most recent one was on May 9th. So what PropStream is doing is we're giving you what's recorded at the comp, plus we're giving you real-time comps that the brokers and agents have access to that you don't have access to. And then we also have all the local listings that we are able to pre-populate for you. So how many pre-foreclosures, foreclosures, cash buyers in the area. We have our tax information tab. So here we're able to see our tax assessment, tax assessed value, land value, improvement value, mortgage information, transaction history, and then our documents and reports. This will allow our users to purchase an assessor's map, a document image, or to apply their own documents. So if you have a signed contract by a motivated buyer, you can upload that into our system. Now, every property, we have a CMA that you can print out by selecting the print button. You'll be given a PDF format that will print out all of the property's characteristics for you. If there's a photo available, you'll have it here, property characteristics, the comparables, and their average sell price and days on market, property description, property details, ownership history. We even taken the comparables map and put it on here for you. So green representing the subject property, red representing all of the county comparables, yellow representing all the MLS activity going on around the property. And we also included the city statistics here for you as well. All right. And along with the CMA report, you have the ability to use our analysis wizard This is a section where you're going to implement your purchasing costs, your mortgage information, income information, expenses, what you'll be selling the property for. Once you've input your variable, our system will calculate your variables and give you an analysis report that you can view. So this is what our analysis report will look like. Also within the property details page is the ability to use our rehab calculator. The rehab calculator is actually hosted by a third party called Blue Hammer. What they do is they take the zip code of the property and they give you all your rehab costs based on a local level. All right, so that's our property details page. So again, just to kind of start from the beginning, the idea is to apply a city, a zip code. We'll pre-populate the listing types for you, or you can go in our more section and apply whatever variables you like. Like in this case, we can look for cash buyers buying 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms that are out of state and are individuals, not corporations. All right, so we have 12,000 that fit that criteria. The next thing that we allow you to do is to save your results. So here I can highlight the first 5, hit save. I can create a new group for them. So I'll call this my Las Vegas out of state buyers, right? And so when you save property, they will go into our properties page located in the far left. So again, the first icon is where you'll do all your saving and narrowing of results. Properties is where you will be able to save your results. So here, we're going to show you all of your groups that are saved, all of the marketing lists that you saved. So in this example, we have our Las Vegas out-of-state buyers. We can again select on every address and check out the details. So this will be the page where you're going to be analyzing and vetting your saved properties over the next few days or the next several hours. Once you're done vetting them, you have the ability to select any address or all of them, either remove them, add to another group, add to a marketing list, or export it onto an Excel sheet. Also on this page are our 4 dynamic boxes located at the top. These 4 boxes will monitor all of your saved properties. So they'll be able to identify when new recordings have occurred, and by selecting on that box, it will populate all the new recordings that have appeared, as well as recently sold. So if I'm selecting on that box, I'm able to see all 12 properties that were within my list that sold. This gives me the ability to highlight them and remove them if I don't need them. Also, we have status changes and properties that are going up for auction. So if we're saving pre-foreclosures, and if auctions are the threshold where we just no longer focus on them, our system will allow you to instantaneously highlight all of those and just delete them with a click of a button. Here is what the export sheet will look like, just to give you a little visualization of what that will look like. Let's go Excel. I'm sure it's going to populate any moment now, so we're just going to go ahead and go to the next section. So again, searching is where you're going to be doing your searching, your narrowing and filtering. Properties is where you'll be saving your results. Contacts. Now, contacts is important because this is where you'll be able to edit your contacts. So if you're able to capture phone numbers or emails or perhaps the owner of the business, you can click on their name. We can now change it to John, apply an email, apply a phone number, and hit save. But what's really important here, and I believe this is probably the most important feature on our contacts page, is we give you the ability to skip trace your addresses. So here in the append job section, you can select add new. I'll get a brief description of what this does. So appending your saved list will help you find the email addresses, landlines, and cell phone numbers for property owners on your saved list. So we're going to go ahead and select contacts. Here at the drop-down menu at the top, we're going to choose the group that we want to take our contact information from. So I'm going to choose my Las Vegas out-of-state buyers. They'll be listed here in alphabetical order. As you can see, we have no emails and no phone numbers. I can deselect anyone I don't want. In this case, I want every single one of them. Once I'm comfortable with what I want, I'm going to go ahead and hit Add Selected Contacts. This will shove my list down to our selected box. At this point, I could proceed, or I can continue to add more individuals to our append feature. In this case, I'm going to stick with the 5. I'm going to go ahead and hit Done. I'll have the ability to modify my list if I made any mistakes. If not, I'm going to go ahead and proceed by selecting Next. And this right here is the breakdown. So it's 10 cents per number, 10 cents per address. And what this is asking is for each address, what information would you like? So for every address, I would like 1 landline, 2 cell phones, and 2 emails. Of course, you can choose whatever option you'd like, but in this case, the more the merrier for me. Down below, we can scrub the list for you against the National Do Not Call list. We highly recommend that. That would be the first option if you would like us to scrub that for you. The second option is if you do not want to scrub the list. By selecting this option, you will get a legal disclaimer. So please be careful with that. We're going to go ahead and, in this example, scrub our list. Proceed by clicking Next. And now it's telling me, in this case, it's letting me know that I have a job created. So once we complete those steps, our project will appear just below Append Jobs. And by selecting that job, this is what our results will look like. So here we can see emails and phone numbers. So we went from contacts not having phone numbers and emails to appending the list and now capturing emails and phone numbers, at which point I can now highlight and export out of our system. We also give the users the ability to import into our system. So you may end up finding a lead, or through word of mouth, you might be hearing that an owner or an address may be in distress but has not yet been recorded at the county level. Our contacts page will give our users the ability to import their own lists into our system. So by following steps 1 through 3, you'll be able to apply those addresses outside of our system into our system. Once they're applied into our system, you now can utilize them for a marketing group or to even capture their contact information as well. That's our contacts page there. And last but not least is our campaign section. So our campaign section allows our users to market direct or to their leads. Essentially, you want to start a new campaign, create a name for that campaign. So in this case, we're going to choose Las Vegas cash buyers. We're going to select our group. It will be in our favorites, so Las Vegas out-of-state buyers. We can apply more groups that we can campaign to, or we can leave it with the group that we selected initially. By selecting Save at the top right, we are now creating our campaign. So you'll see this pop up. You have successfully created a new campaign with our campaign name, and it'll give you a few suggestions to start with. The first thing that we're requiring that you do, and this is again optional, is we give you the ability to create a website. This is a one-page landing website that gives you the ability to create your own domain name. You can create or you can apply a contact email. So if someone lands on your landing page and signs up on the application part, this is where the notification will be going to. So here you can put your personal email or your business email. This option here is whether you want to save the template you're creating for future use and then apply website template. So we can start with a blank website and customize it from ground up, or you can select from our predefined templates that we have here. So I'm going to choose a predefined template, and this is our website editor screen. So here on the left side, we're able to upload our banner, upload a logo, upload more than one image. We can change our header text, which will change that. And we can change our body text, which will change our body text. So once we've done our customization, we can preview our website as it would look on a web page or on a web browser. So this is what our landing page would look like. And if we like what we've designed, we can add a click of the button, activate our website. What this does is it makes your customized website completely active. So now this is a live URL we can provide to our leads, put on our social media, anything that you think will be relevant to your business. All right. So once we've created our website and publish it and it's active, we can go ahead and go back. And this is our campaign dashboard. So here at the top left, we have the name of our campaign. The top right, we can shut down our campaign. Do be careful. By ending your campaign, you will shut down all activities. That includes your landing page and any potential activities that are pending. Right below End Campaign is our website. Here we have when our campaign started, our website URL, the ability to edit our website if we need to make any last minute adjustments. Below our website editor is our activity box. This will identify how many targets we've highlighted, and then the boxes to the right will monitor our activity. So if we've sent postcards, how many have been sent? When the online ads are available, this will monitor how many of your ads have been sent out. This will monitor how many of your emails have been clicked on that you've sent out, how many voicemails have been delivered, and how many websites or how many individuals have visited your websites. And so below our activity box, we have our activity manager. And so we have 3 of the 4 currently available. Online ads are coming pretty soon. But beginning with postcards, you would just want to hit get started and just work from top to bottom. So we can name our postcard, choose the size of our postcard, so whether we want standard or a little bit larger. Do we want to save the template we're creating now for future use? If so, check it. If not, leave it unchecked. Do you want to create a blank postcard, or do you want to use a predefined postcard? And by selecting that, we have 3 for you to choose. Now, if you select blank postcard, you'll be thrown onto our editor screen. So you'll have your front side that you can upload an image to. So here we can select browse image. You can change the color, copy whatever you do on the front side instantly to the back side. That way you're not having to duplicate the same amount of time spent on the front side as to the back side. Or you can hit advanced edit and just create a postcard from scratch, from changing the background color, uploading images, logos, applying your own text fonts, size of text, and so forth. All right, so once we've completed our postcard, you're going to want to hit done. In this case, I'm going to go back and I'm going to use a template just so we can get a better image. All right, so this is what our postcards will look like. Again, I can edit my header text. I can go down below and edit my body text. Once I'm done customizing my postcard, our users will have the ability to print and mail. By selecting this and publishing our work of art, our users now have the ability to do one of 2 things. They can download their image on a PDF file and take it elsewhere. So if you have your own marketing team or you have your own, perhaps a marketing website you're ready to go to, you can download the image you've created with us and take it to them. Or by selecting next at the bottom right, PropStream will send out your postcards for you. So we will take the design that you've created, we will copy that design, we'll take the addresses that you selected during the campaign, and we'll send them the postcards directly, first class. So here would be $3.20 to send this design to my 5 addresses. I would hit submit order, and my postcards will start being processed and sent out. So that's our postcard section, and then we have our voicemail drop section. Here we can create a customized voice message. We can assign a specific caller ID that we'd like to show up when our customers get that notification. Now this isn't a ring, 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 ring type of voicemail. This is straight to voicemail drop. The reason for the caller ID is it will show the missed call, and you want to make sure that you have a number there where anybody can get a hold of you. So that's where the caller ID takes place. Select a recording. Here you can upload your own recording if you have your own WAV format. If you're not tech savvy, you can select create new recording. That will give you an 800 number and a unique PIN. So by calling the 800 number, dialing in your PIN number, you'll be able to record over the phone. Once you finish your recording, the phone system will send your message over to our system. The third step is selecting a schedule. So this is a Monday through Sunday schedule starting at 9 to 5, but this will allow you to designate what time you'd like these calls to go out. So if you want them to go out between the hours of 6 p.m. and 9 p.m., you have that luxury within our system. And the last step is calls per minute. So we can dial up to 30 numbers a given minute. So whether you want your list to be done as fast as possible or if you want to take as long as possible. I highly recommend you get done with the list as soon as possible. That saves you time as well as allow you to start on your next list. And the last campaign feature we have is our emailer. So here, similar to the postcards, you'll be able to create an email name, what the subject of the email will be. There will be a click-through URL feature, so when someone reads your email, there will be a click here button, and that will give you the option to either redirect them to your own website that you might have outside of our system. If you don't have your own website and you created a landing page with us, by selecting campaign website, we will automatically put your landing page URL there for you. So if someone clicks on your email, they'll get redirected to your landing page. Delivery date and time. So here we can assign what day, what time we would like these emails to go out to, or we could select this box and just send them out immediately. Do you want to save your template for later use or not? Yes or no? And do you want to start with the blank email canvas or do you want to use our templates? So we're going to select a template. and then our email editor screen. So here we can change our banner, upload a logo, change our bottom logo, change our header text, our body text, choose the type of layout we'd like for our email. And then once we are completed with that, we're going to hit publish. And then based on our schedule, whether we want it done immediately or based on a schedule, our emails will go out. And that right there is our campaign section. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is PropStream in a nutshell. Again, just to reiterate, the first page is our search screen. This is where we search, analyze the area, look at the heat map, narrow down our results. Properties is where we're going to save them into groups, monitor them over the next few days, delete what we don't need, add to different groups if we need to. Contacts is where we're going to either upload our own outside lists as well as capture contact information, landlines, cell phones, and emails. And then campaigns is where we're going to market directly to their saved groups and our saved properties. And that is PropStream for you.
Burton, thanks very much for your demonstration. As you can clearly see, PropStream can provide you with virtually unlimited motivated seller leads and quickly build your cash buyers list. Click on the link on this page and start your 5-day free trial, and then start generating leads that can accelerate your investing career.